folks. Welcome to the GT Angel Racer channel. Today's special word is Beetle, as in the Volkswagen Beetle, and I'm going to be very upfront and honest here. This car sucks. I mean, it's bad. I mean, really, really bad. Now, the Beetle had a very humble and modest origin. A German-engineered motor vehicle that dates all the way back to the 1930s, just before World War II. In the 1960s, this car appeared to show some hint of being something special, so that's where we are going to start the 1966 Beetle 1200. So to establish a baseline, we're putting the Beetle through a simple 2-lap race at Brands Hatch. And as you can see, the Beetle can't keep up with the competition, and these are low-end cars matched up with the Beetle. The Beetle in its fully stocked trim pushes out a mere 36 horsepower. And there's no other way to say it. 36 horsepower is crap. That little horsepower is just not going to get you anywhere in Gran Turismo 7. Not only is horsepower an issue, the Beetle handles like it's on roller skates. It's top heavy, as you can see. The rear end breaks loose too easily. And then there's the issue of braking. I mean, look at it. It's just a sad excuse for a car. So you're probably wondering, why are we bothering with the Beetle? Well, the answer is simple. Like I mentioned earlier, this is an experiment. The goal is to transform this rinky-dink bucket of bolts into something amazing. So utilizing the GT7 tuning shop, we are going to invest into some high-performance modifications. Nothing crazy or over the top. We'll start off by making engine and suspension upgrades from the sports class. So as you can see, we are upgrading our crappy Beetle with a sports computer, an upgraded air filter, muffler, brake pads, and suspension. And we'll top it off by doing a stage 1 weight reduction and add some upgraded sport tires. And with those upgrades installed now, we improved the Beetle's horsepower rating to 41 horses. So now it's time to take the Beetle on a test drive with the modifications in place. I know what you are probably thinking, why not jump right into a race with the upgrades? Well, that would likely be okay, but in this case, because the Beetle performed so badly right out of the gate, as a driver, you really have no idea how much you have improved the car's handling and power output. And going straight into a quick 2-lap race is not the ideal situation to get a feel for the car's handling and performance and still have enough laps to finish and win the race. So it will take a little more time, but always try to test drive your car right after installing performance upgrades. It will always pay off in the end making a test run. So as you can see from this test drive, the Beetle already looks better on the track. Braking, handling, and acceleration is very much improved. I mean, the Beetle in this upgraded state now is much more fun to drive. And now that we have a general feel for the car with the upgrades, we are ready for the next test. And right out of the gate, you can see the Beetle is so much faster than the rest of the field. I mean, by the end of the first lap, the Beetle had passed most of the field and ended up finishing P1 with a 2-second lead. So all in all, the upgrades made a huge difference for the little Beetle. So now here's where the real fun begins. We will not be messing around with small upgrades anymore. We are going to take the Beetle to max. I mean, we are going to go all in for the next stage of the Beetle transformation. So back in the tuning shop, we are starting with upgrades from the intermediate class, which is really the semi-racing class. And we are not going to stop there. Remember, I said we are taking this baby to the max. So that means racing and extreme components will also be going into our little VW. And as you can see, we spared no expense this time. We increased the engine displacement, swapped out the stock camshaft with a high-lift camshaft, installed some high compression pistons. The air filter is now a race class filter. Do you think we stopped there? No, we did not. We went with a mid-range turbocharger, a fully customizable manual transmission. And just when you thought we couldn't throw anything else into this little car, we topped the whole project off with a high-performance nitrous kit. I mean, when we decided to take this car to the max, we were not messing around. So what now? With all these enhancements installed, do you think we were going to be content with the Beetle's stock exterior appearance? Hell no! This baby is built to run fast, so it has to look fast too. So that's where the GT Auto Depot will play a critical role. Using the style editor, we are giving this baby an exterior makeover. That means a new paint job, racing decals and stripes. We installed some mean-looking racing wheels, and we didn't stop there. GT7 has a very cool wide body feature that in some cases will also improve the performance of the car you're working on. Not every car in GT7 will be improved performance-wise with a wide body kit, but in the case of our Beetle, yes, installing a wide body kit to the Beetle did in fact push the VW to about 100 horsepower. So to sum it all up, here are all the improvements for the Beetle. We took this sad excuse for a car and transformed it into a real sleeper, a butt kicker of a machine. We went from 36 horsepower to 99. The performance power rating went from 177.02 to a whopping 528.21. I mean, wow. And now the Beetle's transformation is complete. Not bad, huh? The wide body kit really does add a lot of character to the finished project. Now, before we take this mean little Beetle onto the track, we need to make some adjustments for the controller to accommodate the nitrous kit we installed. That means we need to designate an action button on the controller to trigger the nitrous when needed for overtaking. So at the time of this video, we were using the PlayStation wireless controller and using the motion sensor function to control steering direction. But if you are using one of the compatible race steering wheels for GT7, you still do the same thing to take advantage of the nitrous for overtaking. Of course, you can go with multiple action buttons for using the nitrous just as we did. So now it's race time. And boy, is it going to be fun blasting by all the competition this time around. I'm going to shut up now and let the race footage speak for itself. Oh my God! I mean, that was an amazing evolution for the Beetle. And to think back to where this started from, I mean, the Beetle couldn't even stay on the track when we started with this experiment, and now it's a sexy little speedy bug hot rod. So there is a lesson to be learned here, folks. No matter how pathetic a car may start off to be in GT7, there is always something fast and special waiting to break out of its shell. Let this VW Beetle be a shining example to all you GT7 fans out there. You just gotta believe in the car and be willing to put in the time and effort to get the outcome you want. So that's it for me. My job is done here. Be sure to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this little project. Until then, folks, be safe on the track and I'll see you at the finish line.